Do you ever wish you had such strong self-discipline that you could easily reach any goal you wanted? Whether it's learning new skills, losing weight, staying organized, or getting healthier, anything that needs determination and repetitive work would be so much easier with some willpower and self-discipline. Believe it or not, learning how to build rock-solid discipline is not impossible. Buddhist monks and meditation practitioners around the world have been doing it successfully for years. And if you think about it, you've probably done it a few times too. If you ever did something you didn't really want to do, like eating healthy, working out, studying for an exam, or going somewhere you didn't want to go, you practiced self-discipline. You had to do something not fun, but you pushed through with some self-discipline and got it done. The problem with self-discipline is that for most people, it tends to run out, especially if it wasn't practiced or encouraged when you were a child. Either the motivation runs out, or life gets in the way, and the wish to be more disciplined just fades away. So, if you're wondering how to build discipline that helps you reach your goals, here's exactly how you can do that. Number 1, practice being okay with discomfort. Let's be honest, everyone wants to know how to build discipline, because it helps you get through the unpleasant and boring things that lead to what you really want. The most common example is losing weight. To lose weight, you need to eat healthy and skip those tasty, salty, fatty, or sugary foods. You need to exercise regularly to build lean muscle, which speeds up your metabolism. Both of these things are tough to stick with because they're uncomfortable. That's why most people who start losing weight give up after a few weeks or months. So, how do you build discipline to help you lose weight or achieve any other goal? By getting comfortable with discomfort. But how do you do that? You do it by slowly introducing yourself to discomfort every day. Pick one thing you don't like or don't want to do and do it. Start small, like doing a few reps of the exercise you dislike the most, or choose a household chore you hate and do it. If you do this every day, your tolerance for discomfort will increase, making it easier to do other things you don't want to do. 2, minimize temptations until you feel stronger. Okay, so let's say you've got something you really want to be better at, like finishing a big job you've been putting off. Just making up your mind to do it isn't always going to cut it. Sometimes, when there are lots of other things around trying to grab your attention, it can be really tough to stay focused and keep going. So, to get better at sticking with stuff you don't enjoy, one good idea is to try and get rid of as many of those distractions as you can. Let's take eating healthier as an example. If that's something you're aiming for, it might help to clear out all the unhealthy snacks and treats from your kitchen cupboards. Now, if you can stick with this plan for a week or two, you'll probably find that eating healthier starts feeling more natural, almost like second nature. And here's the cool thing. Once you've built up enough discipline to eat healthy every single day, you'll also discover that it's okay to have a treat every now and then without going totally overboard. It's all about finding that balance and learning to enjoy the good stuff in moderation. 3, visualize rewards you will get for being disciplined. How can you make discipline feel less like a drag and more like a breeze? Well, here's a nifty little secret. It's all about daydreaming. Yep, that's right. Regularly imagining how awesome life will be once you've stuck to your plans is a seriously powerful motivator. When you've got that burning desire and the willpower to keep yourself in check, everything just seems to fall into place more easily. So, go ahead and picture yourself reaching those goals. Visualize yourself enjoying the very things you're working hard to achieve, and whenever you find yourself faced with a task that'll get you closer to that dream, hold on to that mental picture tight. 4, have a clear reason to build discipline. One of the most important steps to becoming more disciplined is figuring out why you want to do it. Think about what you want to achieve by being more self-disciplined. What do you want to build self-discipline for? Having a clear reason in your mind helps a lot, especially when life gets tough and things don't go as planned. If you know exactly why you're doing this, it can keep you on track and remind you of your goals when things get hard. If your motivation is unclear, or if you're not really sure why you're working on self-discipline, maybe you just think it's something you should do because others are doing it, you can quickly lose your way. Whether your goal is to eat healthier, exercise regularly, or learn a new language, always keep your reason in mind. This will give you the motivation you need to keep moving forward and learning how to build discipline. If you tend to forget things easily, write down your reason on a piece of paper and hang it somewhere you'll see it all the time. This way, you'll always be reminded of why you're doing this, and it will help you stay focused. 5, set smart goals. Have you ever found yourself wondering how people manage to build discipline It can seem really tough, almost like mission impossible, but trust me, it's easier than you might think. You just need to approach it in a smart way. First off, start by setting SMART goals for yourself. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. These kinds of goals have been shown to really help people be more productive and actually reach their goals. Even though SMART goals are often used in work or school settings, you can totally use them in your personal life too. Here's how you can do it. 1. Specific. Your goal should be clear and focused on a narrow area you want to improve. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, you could say, I want to be able to run a mile without stopping. 2. Measurable. You need to be able to track your progress. For example, if your goal is to run that mile, you could measure how far you can run now and gradually increase it each week. 3. Attainable. Make sure your goal is realistic. It should be challenging but possible to achieve. If you've never run before, it wouldn't make sense to aim for a marathon in a month, but aiming to run a mile in a couple of months is more reasonable. 4. Relevant. Your goal should matter to you and fit into your long-term plans. If running a mile helps you get healthier and you want to be more active overall, then it's a relevant goal. 5. Time-bound. Set a deadline for your goal. This helps you stay focused and motivated. For example, you could say, I want to run a mile without stopping by the end of the next 2 months. By setting SMART goals, you give yourself a clear roadmap. This helps you know exactly what you need to do and keeps you focused, which is essential for building discipline. When your goals are SMART, you don't have to worry about figuring out what to do next or how to do it. All those details are already sorted out. Your only job is to focus on sticking to your plan and building the habits that will help you achieve your goals. 6. Routine is your friend. Do you ever go to bed and suddenly remember, oh no, I forgot to exercise, do my language practice, or meditate? It happens to me more often than I'd like to admit. When I forget, it can make me feel really bad, like I'm failing. Even though we shouldn't feel that way because failing is a normal part of life, it can still bring our morale down. And when that happens, it makes it easier to skip our tasks the next day too. That's why it's so important to build a daily routine that includes the habits we want to develop for self-discipline. Making sure we stay consistent with our tasks every day can really help us learn how to build discipline. One way to do this is by scheduling a specific time in our day to perform the tasks related to our goals. By sticking with this routine long enough, we won't even have to think about it anymore. For example, you'll see that it's 6 p.m. and you'll know it's time for your daily habits, no questions asked. This way, it becomes a natural part of your day, and you're less likely to forget or skip it. Over time, this consistency can really help in building the discipline we need to achieve our goals. 7. Start small. One of the biggest problems when you're trying to learn how to build discipline is getting overwhelmed by everything you need to do. It can get so overwhelming that you might want to quit whatever it is you're trying to be disciplined about. If this sounds like you, start with small, manageable tasks first. Do something simple, like a few minutes of meditation or a short jog. Pick something that feels easy to start with. Once you feel comfortable with the small tasks and ready for more of a challenge, slowly increase the effort. For example, you can add a few more minutes to your morning language practice, or add some harder exercises to your routine. Bit by bit, you'll start to build momentum, and before you know it, you'll be surprised at how much progress you've made. Another helpful tip is to break big tasks into smaller ones if you find yourself getting overwhelmed. This way, the tasks will seem much more achievable, making it easier for you to stay disciplined and keep moving forward. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and leave a comment below about your own experiences or challenges with building self-discipline. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and keep pushing towards your goals.